Minnesota Vikings take to the road for the playoffs, travel the cost of losing their final regular season game.
Good job, great season. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
They head to La La Land to take on the Rams, who also back into the postseason picture, albeit on the backs of their stunt doubles.
Garoppolo's pass picked off by Julian Love.
Rams made the call to sit their offensive starters Week 18. They won 5 straight with Matthew Stafford and company in the lineup prior to that, though.
Look at Stafford.
But they are hoping the rest helps ignite their O. Minnesota's facing the lowest scoring offense of any playoff team. Rams weren't good on third down or in the red zone on the year. Heck, Jimmy G and the backups actually put up more points Week 18 than Stafford and the starters the previous 3 games. LA unable to score 20 during that stretch.
And the Rams have ended their last 3 drives with 3 field goals.
The Minnesota defense they attempt to get right against doesn't come in off a great showing. Got wore down by Detroit's top-ranked O, by Jahmyr Gibbs specifically. They've now given up 24-plus points in 3 straight games.
It's caught! Wow. Malik Heath!
Sean McVay was watching. He saw Minnesota's normally stout run defense get shredded by Gibbs. 139 rush yards, 6 per run, 3 touchdowns.
Gibbs still going to the goal line!
Vikings let Gibbs match Al Bundy's Polk High record, added a score through the air, too. Rams' most consistent weapon this year, a running back, Kyren Williams, 1,299 yards, 14 touchdowns for the season.
9 consecutive games with a rushing touchdown.
Minnesota's defense overall top 5 in scoring, but they did give up 24-plus points 7 times. One of those occasions when LA lit them up for 30 at SoFi. Week 8, Stafford, 4 TD passes, 270-plus yards, one of his best games. 30-20 Rams win.
Fires, caught, touchdown.
Vikings pass rush, one of the best in the biz, didn't drop Stafford once that game, and Stafford hasn't been dropped once by anyone in his last 4 games.
Matthew makes a move. Look at Matthew Stafford run.
That hasn't translated to great play for Matthew, though. LA's points power outage tied to Stafford's 3 straight sub-85 rate games.
Stafford keeps it. The end zone almost intercepted again.
The Vikings secondary he faces wasn't as much on the hook in their loss to Detroit. They picked off Jared Goff twice, only 1 touchdown, held quarterbacks to the 2nd lowest rate in 2024, no team with more INTs, 5 more than 2nd in fact.
There's coverage down there. It's intercepted by Harrison Smith.
Vikings an 81 rate versus wide receivers, best in the NFL. However, when they faced off with LA that first time, Demarcus Robinson scored on them twice. They gave up 100-plus yards to Puka Nacua. Nacua, 990 for the year.
Set up the throw, launches to the end zone. Puka, diving catch. He's got it.
Cooper Kupp scored on Minnesota, 50 yards, 700-plus for the season.
He throws middle, caught by Cooper Kupp. He coasts in. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA!
Side note, Kupp hasn't seen very many targets over his last 3 games. Tight end Tyler Higbee returned from his knee injury, 2 games played so far. Vikings pass rush wrapped up 2024 with 2 more sacks. They have 2 double-digit bag men. Andrew Van Ginkel with a career-high 11.5. Jonathan Grenard led the way with 12.
Stroud gets crushed.
Vikings defense has the nice 2024 resume, but LA's Skid Row defense can't be overlooked in this matchup. Their youth has been going wild down the stretch. Again, throwing out Week 18, Rams have held 3 straight opponents under 10 points.
The Rams are just winning in so many different manners.
Matched against a Vikings offense that finished as one of the top scoring teams in the NFL this year.
Justin wide open. Caught. Touchdown!
Rams secondary taking on one of the top quarterbacks of 2024.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to give y'all a chance, man.
Bet.
LA faces an all-world wide receiver. They take on one of the best WR2s you're going to find.
Addison caught it! Yes!
And the Vikings have an elite tight end.
Caught! TJ's killing them!
But TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, Sam Darnold, and their entire offense have to leave Week 18 behind because none of them were top anything versus Detroit. They only managed 9 points in their finale. JJ only caught 3 of his 9 targets. Hawk, 2 of 8. Addison, 1 of 6. Darnold, sub-60 rate, just 4 yards per attempt, 166 yards, no TDs.
Defense having a night, and the Vikings come up dry.
So, being fair, LA season numbers against the pass, not good.
Shakir on his feet and he scores!
And they don't have a high sack total, and they did give up a lot of yards to runners.
Goes to Barkley up the middle, across the 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
But they've seen a shift as the year wore on. LA's defense is littered with young guys who got better game by game. Rams secondary has a mid-90s rate for the year, but from weeks 9 to 17, it was sub-90.
Or he's going to throw it to the end zone, up in the air, and intercepted!
A big part of Darnold's problem versus Detroit was all the pressure he was under. Only took 2 sacks, but faced heat a whopping 48% of his dropbacks.
On cue is a pass rush, and Darnold will go down at the 2.
LA counters with Jared Verse, 4.5 sacks. Byron Young, 7.5. Kobe Turner, 8. Braden Fisk, 8.5.
Absolutely leveled by Braden Fisk there, and that young Rams front comes up with a takeaway.
Vikings rush attack, usually led by Aaron Jones, 4.5 per run in 2024, 1,100 plus yards.
Sprints to the end zone, touchdown!
Cam Akers, always dangerous too, the Rams know. He broke a 58-yard run in their loss. LA was not dominant at home this year, 5-4 record. Vikings 6-2 on the road, 2 of their 3 losses though away from home. Minnesota LA in the playoffs has happened 7 times already, not their first rodeo by any means. 5-2 advantage for Purple, 1999 season, the last time they met in the postseason. What a game. Jeff George threw for 4 TD passes, 420 plus yards. Randy Moss caught 2 of them, 188 yards. Chris Carter a TD plus 106, but St. Louis had this Kurt Warner guy, 390 plus yards, 5 touchdowns. Greatest Show on Turf had built a 49-17 lead before Minnesota woke up, won it 49-37.